Welcome for mathematics lesson. Today we are going to look at logarithms and indices. These are two related concepts in mathematics. Therefore, I'm going to bring a question on logarithms and I also bring another one on indices. So we'll start with a question from further logarithms. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to also share the link with your friends. Make sure you refer people to Shifting Grades so that they may also benefit. For any questions, kindly contact me through the number given above. So we start with a logarithm question. So we start with number one, a question from logs, which says the log of 3x plus 8 negative 3, the log of 2 equals to the logarithm of x less 4. Evaluate without using tables. Evaluate without using tables. So without using mathematical tables, how can this question be evaluated? Solution. So we first of all consider the laws of logarithms that apply to this kind of a question. We can see we have a 3 here, then logarithm of 2, and that should take us back to a law of logarithm, which says that when we have a number m multiplied to the logarithm of another number, let's say a, this can be evaluated by taking the logarithm of a, then we raise a to power n. So, which means applying this law to the expression, it will turn to be the logarithm, then 3x plus 8 minus the logarithm of 2 raised to 3, which makes it 8. So we raise 2 to 3 because we have a number here, we make it an index at that point, equals to the logarithm of x less 4. That is one step, and we have employed a law of logarithms. We can look further to the expression or equation and we discover that we have a negative here. Therefore, if we have logarithms subtracted, then this takes us to the negative law of indices, which says that when we have the logarithm of a number, let's say a, less the logarithm of another number b, this can be evaluated by taking the logarithm a divided by b. So if we have a negative, then we divide the numbers whose logarithms are being discovered. Therefore, in this case, we can take the logarithm, then we just have the brackets opened, and we take 3x plus 8. Then because we have a minus here, we divide it with 8. This equals to the logarithm on the other side, x minus 4. So there are no further application of laws now. We cannot apply any other law. So after that, now we can drop logarithms and we quit the two sides. 3x plus 8 out of 8 equals to x less 4. So this means we can evaluate this side by cross multiplying with 8 such that we remain with 3x plus 8 being equal to 8x minus 32. So with 8x minus 32 on that side, we can group like terms together, and the first thing we can do, we can bring negative 32 to this side, making it 40, making this one a 40, equals to, this is 8x, so 3x taken to that side becomes 5x, which means now we can simplify the value of x to be 8. That is when we divide through by 5 to remain with x, and by 5, this one becomes 8. So that is how we handle the logarithm question. Let me bring another one, which is on indices. An indices question, which will be our number 2 in this case. Our number 2. So let me focus on the number 2 well. The number 2. Okay. So we can write the equation, which says solve the equation 4 power x plus 2 raised to 2x plus 1. This equals to 36. This equals to 36. Therefore, it is very important, first of all, to remind ourselves some few laws of indices. Now we are done with logarithms. We can look at a few laws of indices and what they entail. So in the solution of that question, we can first of all break this to the smallest base possible, such that it becomes 2 power 2 instead of 4. And remember, there is already an x, so we will get 2x plus 2 raised to 2x plus 1 equals to 36. 36 cannot be expressed to base 2, so it has to remain just the way it is. Then now after that, there is a law of logarithm we should recall. Not logarithm, a law of indices. That says, in case we have 2 raised to a certain, okay, we can use 4 so that we may make it general. In case we have a raised to a certain index, then we multiply this with a raised to a certain index. We can simplify it to base 2 raised to the sum of the powers. The additional law of indices. So now, applying the reverse of this process, since we have 2 raised to a summation of powers, 2 raised to 2x plus 1, then it means we can break it to 2 raised to 2x and multiplied by 2 raised to 1. So we can have 2 raised to 2x, then we add 2 raised to 2x multiplied by 2 raised to 1, which makes it 2. This one equals to 36. So after that step, we can see 2 power 2x is now appearing 2 times. So we can let it to be a certain unknown. We can let 2 raised to 2x to be something, say y. Say what? So this one becomes y, then plus, this one will become 2 times y, so 2y equals to 36. So from this now, from this we can get what we call grouping of like terms together equals to 36. And this is going to make y to be equal to 12. So now we know that y equals to 12, but it is 2x, 2 power 2x, which had been let to be y. Therefore, we can say since 2 power 2x had been let to be y, then 2 power 2x is now equal to 12. And because again 12 cannot be broken into base 2, then we can have introduction of logarithms to this indices question, whereby we will have 2x, the logarithm of 2 equals to the logarithm of 12. So that to remain with 2x, then we can divide the logarithm of 12 with that of 2, with the logarithm of 2. So we can now use our calculator at that point, whereby we go to divide the logarithm of 12 and the logarithm of 2. Then now, to remain with x alone, we further divide by 2. We divide now that answer by 2. So this gives us 1.792 to 4 significant figures. So this is the correct value of x in that question on indices. So thank you for following. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and you also share the link with your friends.